So, good morning or good afternoon, folks. It's Mike Fisher here. I thought what I would do is to give you the opportunity just to revisit the conversation we've had around the tyranny of shoulds. So, please just keep in mind is that should is totally toxic. Most of the shoulds that you have in your head, you inherited them. They don't even belong to you. You never question the shoulds. It's part of how we were socialized, socially educated. What we should do, what we shouldn't do, what we should feel, what we shouldn't feel, what we should think, what we shouldn't think. So, what we get caught up in this polarized way of thinking, and I mentioned this already, it's called oppositional thinking. And so, on the basis of that, we live in a world of duality. I'm right, you wrong, shut up. And so, what we want to do is we want to jump the curve. We want to move from duality to zero duality. We want to find a way of letting go of our attachments to being right, letting go of our attachments to winning, letting go of our attachments to controlling, letting go of our attachments to abusing others because we don't get our own way. So when we let go of our attachments and we stop sweating the small stuff, something happens. And of course, it helps us to manage our anger far more creatively. And hear what it is I'm saying. Helps us to manage our anger far more creatively. Because that's the important piece here. It's not about getting rid of anger. It's being able to be angry, but also keep your heart open. It's about being angry, but it's also about being kind. So then hopefully what happens is you'll reframe your relationship to the shoulds that you've got hanging around or bouncing around in your head. Also, what you'll find is that your expectations will shift because you'll stop imposing expectations on others. And of course, you'll stop imposing expectations on you based on your values, your belief systems, your morals, and your ethics. That's the important piece here. The other component to this, of course, is when we're able to jump the curve, we'll be less angry, less aggressive, less hostile, less judgmental, less critical. And on the basis of that, we'll end up being so much happier. So for me, it's a no-brainer. But we've got to start somewhere. We have to begin the process of hearing our own narrative, how we think in relation to right and wrong, good and bad, should and shouldn't, how we experience in relation to right and wrong, good and bad, should and shouldn't. So as we transform our relationship to our narrative, what we stop doing is invalidating everybody else's experience. And of course, we stop invalidating our own experiences because feelings are fundamental to who we are. Our thoughts and the way we think, the way we frame our reality is fundamental to who we are. But we don't have to give ourselves a hard time and we don't have to give others a hard time. So I'm hoping that makes a little bit more sense to you. It's about jumping the curve and finding a very different way of experiencing who you are in the world. And as you do that, there'll be a paradigm shift. And that's the important component within the context of anger management, a clear paradigm shift. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.